Welcome once again to the Darth Grumpy Dam. Welcome once again to the Darth Grumpy Dad Twitch stream. Today I'm going to go over, I just went over the Z-barb, so now I'm going to do another quick one. Try and keep it quick. I always say that and rarely achieve it. Over the ZDH. Again, Z means it's 0 damage. It is a support character. Your job is to be of support to the people in Greater Rifts, and you're probably there to level up your gems and gain Paragon so that you can push higher with your main character. Alright, pieces, parts. Yang's recurve bow, and you want this, right? Multi-shot attacks 50% faster, and his damage is increased by 200%. See, it's the Sanctified Seasonal Light, blah, blah, blah. So you put an Arcane Crucible or an Angelic Crucible on your Yang's recurve, and there's 3 different options. You want Strafe. Strafe now casts the last non-channeling, hatred-spending ability cast. And of course, you're going to want that to be your multi-shot, right? And now, it won't fire that all the time. It'll only fire that. Like, we'll hit it. We'll get all of our shit. Right? It'll only fire it when there's little monsters around, right? Once in a while, yeah, give them the hate for the sea. But again, you do 0 damage. You do 0 damage. Every once in a while, you have to stop and fire your chakrams or whatever, your entangling shot. Now, this season, like, you've got the that little speed demon there boost that you get, but it burns up your hatred. You want to have hatred left over so you can fire your... See, we'll see here, see? Not really taking any damage. But, there we go. Okay. He's all upset because his blocks aren't working right. So, to go over this really quick. Okay, your Yang's recurve. Next, gas-powered auto mail forearm from the Gears of Destruction set. Mechanical pauldrons from the Gears of Destruction set. And then you're going to want Aquila Cuirass, well above 94% primary resource. God, that's a terrible one. You gain 50% damage reduction. Blind Faith, 36% chance to blind on hit. Not a very good one again. Okay, go potty then. Flavor of Time, pylon effects last twice as long. Nemesis bracers. Go, I know. Don't yell. No need to yell. Now, generally, you will be the one wearing Nemesis bracers because, as I was showing, you can... It won't do it. There we go. The X button. You can generally... That and with your motion stack up with the GOD. And between that and that, you can move pretty quick. So you can get out ahead of your crew and to pop the pylons, right? And you want the Nemesis bracers, right? Next, Dead Man's Legacy. Multi-shot. Hits enemies below 60% health twice and damage is increased by da-da-da. But really, you're not doing any damage. It doesn't matter. Right? And then, of course, you're going to want the Oculus Ring and the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac to help with your cooldowns. Gems. That's a resource. Seems like that should be a diamond for the cooldown. Well, let's take a quick look. Let's double check. Go to leaderboards. Greater Rift. 4-man. Top global. Retrieving data. Retrieving. There we go. Nope. Resource reduction. You'd think it would be cooldown. But it's resource reduction. Esoteric, Wreath of Lightning, and Ice Blink, right? So, and should have extra of all those, I believe. Maybe not the Ice Blink, though. Which sucks because you absolutely need that Ice Blink. Yep, I left it on my barb. Unless I left one on this. Nope. All right. Ones I do have, you absolutely need. Esoteric. Yeah, I think that's down at the bottom here. Wreath of Lightning. Go grab that gem off my Z-Bar, because I know it's not equipped, it's just in his stash or in his bags. Yeah. Again, sometimes they, again, like with the Z-Barb, occasionally they want you to use a gem of V's in your weapon, and that's not, hey, no. Do not throw stuff. Right? Or the Gogok of Swiftness. I am going to leave my Esoteric and that Wreath of Lightning and that Gem of Efficacious Toxin on him, because those are more than likely the gems I'll be using anyway. So they can stay on him. I can, if I want to level them up, I can do so later when I'm actually playing him. Because it doesn't really matter. I mean, the damage bonuses you get don't really matter. It's the 10% increased damage to enemies that have been hit with poison damage, and the other, I think it's 10% that you get on Wreath of Lightning that everybody gets. Why do they gotta be so cute? Why? Why, I say. So, what am I doing? I'm doing this. I'm grabbing this. Right, Ice Blink. Which I will end up with another one of these soon. And I believe that caps out at 50, and you wanted it at 50. I've only got it at 25 right now, but you do want it at 50. So, you want your Esoteric Alteration. I almost always put that in the flavor of time. You're going to want Ice Blink, right? Because you're doing ice damage. And let's take a quick look at that gem. Enemies you chill have a 10% increased chance to be critically hit. So you're granting extra critical hits to your DPSs, who generally need critical hits to generate resource, right? Especially with the Firebird Whiz. Your cold skills now apply chill effect, and your chill effect now slow enemy movement speed by additional blah blah blah, and that goes up the higher your Ice Blink is. The the slow down motion, like caps out at 50. You can cap it out at 50, but really, if all you're using it for is the 10% increased chance of critical hits, it only needs to be at 25, right? But you can level it all the way to 50 if you want. I mean, it's only 25 more, and it'll probably increase the slowdown bonus to 30% or something. I don't really remember. The other gem, of course, your esoteric alteration for your non-physical damage reduction, and then it's a toss-up, between Wreath of Lightning, right, which gives you increased speed, or Gem of Efficacious Toxin, which makes it so that everything takes 10% increased damage, right? If you're dying quite a bit, right, you can get some extra dodge, some extra speed, dodge, and cooldown out of Gogaka's swiftness, right? So those are your options. And again, it's bound by what the guys you are doing this for want you to do. What? I just got up to move. I'm just getting something to drink. Why are you yelling at me? It's getting close to lunchtime, huh? So anyways, it depends on the guys you're working for, that you're supporting. You just do what they need. Again, like I was saying with generally you wear the Nemesis bracers, right? But you're still going to have Blind Faith on for the extra chance to blind, because blind enemies drop more Nephilim's Glory because of the Promise of Glory that the Z-Bar will more likely be wearing. All right. And generally, I think on this character, I think I usually used Wreath of Lightning because... But it doesn't matter. It's whatever they're going to ask you to use, that's what you use. Right? I'll just put a Fish's Toxin right now. Which again, you only need those at 25. You can level them up if you want. If you got nothing else to spend your chances at Urshion, yeah, go ahead, level those gems up. I mean, I get twitchy when I have to waste them on something like, I got nothing I can level up. Twitch. And why aren't I running a higher rift? Twitch. But again, let's see, went over the rings, boots. Antique Visage boots. So you've got 3 pieces of Gears of Dreadline on, so you're getting the 4-piece bonus, right? Which auto applies your last generator, which is going to be that, right? What, little one? You're just fine right there. I don't have to hold you. Oh, you won't break. I promise. I promise you won't break. Shut it. All right. Only letting you get away with this because I'm streaming. Which is going to be your entangling shot. Because the idea is when you're in there, I showed you earlier. Okay, so you get your entangling shot going. Got that on the B button. Your wolf. Get all your strafes. Like you got to fire your multi-shot at least once, so that your strafe will continue to fire it. And the same thing, you can charge up your motion speed and ensure that. So, see how you're tying everything together with that entangling shot? That's your job. You tie everything together with that entangling shot. Doesn't seem to work quite as well with the extra multi-shot going on, right? Run by. Right, so all that stuff is taking extra damage now. We can go right in here into skills. Imbue an arrow with a shadow energy that deals 200% weapon damage to primary enemy and entangles up to 2 enemies, slowing their movement by 60% for 2 seconds. When entangling shot hits an enemy, the slow effect on all entangled enemies is refreshed. Right? Chain gang. Entangle and slow up to 4 enemies with each shot. Right? So, you're getting all these guys chained together. All the guys chained together are moving slower and taking more damage. Right? And that's what you do. You move through the rift, chaining stuff up. So that the people you're there to support can do more damage faster, right? So they can damage them faster. That's your whole gig. And also it's your job to hit the pylons, spawn champions. Your multi-shot also increases crit hit because it chills everything. It's a support character. You're just there to help the DPS do more damage and stay alive, right? So gone over that. Go over skills real quick. A button. I have the companion, wolf companion, right? You're active. Raven deals additional 500, blah, 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 but that's not what's happening because you've got the wolf companion. When you activate it, the wolf howls, granting you and your allies within 60 yards 15% increased damage for 10 seconds. Oh, still on cooldown. Doodly doo, doodly doo. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah. And I guess that's all. Oh, I thought there was more to that. Anyways, 15 increased damage for 10 seconds. Summons a wolf companion that attacks enemies in front of him for 150% damage of weapon damage. That's blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter, you're not doing any damage. Right? It's just for the 15 increased damage for your allies. Right trigger, strafe. Shoot a random nearby enemy for blah, blah, doesn't matter how much damage, right? While moving at 75% of movement speed, right? So it's movement speed reduction. Oh, it's for your motion bonus. Jensen, go play. All right, and then your rune is going to be Drifting Shadow. Movement speed increased by 100% of normal running speed while strafing. So you just move a little faster, right? Strafe damage turns into lightning. Doesn't really matter. You're not doing damage. Next, right next to your A button is your Y button. Smoke screen. Vanish behind a wall of smoke, becoming momentarily invisible for 1 second. This ability does not start cooldown until after its effects expire. Gain 100% movement speed while invisible. Right? So you're already strafing, you're already getting increased speed over walking by strafing. Then you're popping that bad boy on top of everything. Like, you shoot a few of these and it stacks up your motion bonus. For strafing, you're already moving faster because that. Then you're like a dancing little bumblebee. Little hummingbird. Wee. Next, Y. Multi-shot. Firing massive volley of arrows, dealing 360% weapon damage to all enemies in the area. Requires a bow, thusly Yang's recurve. Right? Enemies hit are chilled and have 8% increased chance to be critically hit for 3 seconds. So you're creating crit hit damage for the other people, for you and the other people in the party. Entangling shot, already went over that. And then marked for death. Generally, you just save this for elites, champions, and rift guardians, right? Mark an enemy. The marked enemy takes 15% additional damage for the next 30 seconds. Mark an area on the ground of 15-yard radius for 15 seconds. All enemies within the area take 15 additional damage. Right? So you just drop those at the feet of the champions, elites, guardians, whatever. And they take 15% increased damage. What are you doing? Why does your butt feel wet? What did you do?
Okay.
Did you pee on your underwear when you went pee-pee?
No.
No? Are you sure?
No.
Okay. No. No, only word, no. Passives. Tactical advantage, hot pursuit, numbing traps, awareness. Tactical advantage, whenever you vault, use shadow power, smoke screen, or backflip with evasive fire, you gain 60% motion speed for 2 seconds. Increase movement speed by 20% for 4 seconds when you hit an enemy. Yeah, get off the couch.
That's awesome.
Numbing traps. Enemies you slow, chill, or hit with fan and knives. Spike traps, cow traps, grenades, sentries have their damage reduced by 25% for 5 seconds. Right, so they just do less damage to you. Awareness. When you receive fatal damage, you instead vanish for 2 seconds and regenerate 50% of your maximum life. It's a cheat death. It only happens once a minute. And then in your cube, enemies snared by your entangling shot take 150% increased damage from all sources, right? So that's what you're just there to make everything take 150% more damage by chaining them up. And then Promise of Glory in the cube, 6% chance to spawn a Nephilim globe when you blind an enemy, and that works with your blind faith mask you're wearing, and then Ring of Grandeur, so you can get the 4-piece bonus out of just wearing 3 pieces of the Gears of Destruction set.
Why you do that, Baba?
All right, Paragon, and it's wrong. Kind of right, but like you don't put any points in dexterity, maybe a few, right? Maybe 50, right? Just to gain some extra dodge for your dodge chance. Because dexterity increases your dodge chance. So maybe 15 points in there to increase your dodge chance. All the rest into vitality, right? You need the vitality to stay alive. You're not doing any damage. Stay alive, right? Attack speed, cooldown, critical hit chance, critical hit damage. You can increase that because it helps when you pop a Condi Pylon, right? Of course, you want all those maxed out. I was playing solo with a different build. That's why I have area damage in right now. Generally, you don't have any area damage, right? No area damage. And like I said, only 50 in dexterity. All the rest of that 300 points should be in vitality. Right? So it should be like 500 points of vitality. All of which would give you like just massive health bonus, right? Because your job is to chain shit up, pop pylons, grab some extra crit hit chance, right? You're not really, you're just a damage creator. You're not creating a lot of life or what are you doing, Mr. 2-year-old tyrant? Quit throwing shit.
14, 17,
Pick it up, put it away, take it to the bedroom. But that's your job as a ZDH. I'd like to get into a rift and play with somebody. I don't really have time for that right now. Maybe I'll do another video on both these later, after the boys have had lunch. All right. So I'm very much appreciative to anybody that watches these videos. I hope you enjoy them. Please show your support by following me on Twitch and subscribing on YouTube and liking, sharing, commenting on the videos, getting some notifications. All that really helps and it's very appreciated. All right. Happy hunting, everyone.